And we're live on the right screen and everything.
Nice.
Welcome everyone. I am Rez,
I'm Prax.
and we are the Libertarians, and we are here to theoretically entertain you. I am
Sweet.
on almost week 4. Well, this is technically, I don't know. My new daughter is 3.5 weeks at this point. She'll be 4 weeks on Friday. So that's where my headspace is. Just trying to adapt to that situation. Other than that, I'm doing well. Prax, how are you?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm really doing good. Nah, for real, man. Like, a lot of things are going really well. So, work, home life, just everything's going great.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you drinking anything tonight?
Not tonight. No.
This one's incredible. It's a really good
What is
stout, but it is called Threat Level Midnight.
No way.
It is indeed, and it's by Steam
I
Theory.
would have bought like a case, and if it was horrible, I'd drink it all. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get it? Who makes it?
Steam Theory Brewing. I think it might have been something that they partnered with at D9, or D9 had some like partner breweries, and they were selling it there. But I also saw it at Total Wine. So head on over
Dude,
to
that's awesome.
Birkdale and get yourself some beer, some beers, and
Cheers. Well, we're queuing.
awesome.
Let's do this. I everything's going good, but I still need this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need this. So this was great, and last week was really fun because I love that game so much, the Rebel Galaxy Outlaw.
Mm-hmm.
It is like it just scratches all the itches. It's like it's just like. Did you ever play Privateer back in the day?
I did
or
not.
hear of it?
This is how
it was really popular. I never played it, but a lot of people loved it because it was just kind of like a bunch of space stations and space battles, but almost like kind of like capitalism in space. You had
capitalism in space.
Space. Oh, what a save! No way. Is that going in?
Okay. No, I got lucky. Actually.
It's so good, dude. Because
okay, so we got really lucky on that kickoff. I'm getting really scared about what I'm seeing.
okay. It's kind of an old game now. I think it came out in like 17.
Okay.
But it was recently free on Epic, and I'm like, awesome. I was gonna buy this at some point. These guys might be really good. I know. I wouldn't trust them either. Nuclear Rips in the house.
And
Rolling
Mr.
Bones Ryan's in the house.
Rolling Bones Ryan, hoping these Rocket League matches will be as brutal as Adam Kokesh
Oh man, that
Ooh.
was dirty.
ratio. That was brutal to watch.
Well, I mean, talk about asking for it.
Oh, seriously, I
Like,
don't know
what
what happened to that guy.
Anyone?
Oh, I can't
awesome.
believe. I don't know. The amount of people who was just like, dude, what are you talking about? And he'd be like, don't gaslight me. Like, what do you? I know. I'm pretty sure all of those people don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, I don't know.
And it's so crazy, dude, because there's like a bunch of scorched earth kind of stuff happening right now around the kind of a lot of the a lot of the remnant from the leftovers, not the remnant. Remnant I have a positive connotation with.
Right.
But like it's so sad too. It doesn't have to be this way. Like I would have considered like Adam a really important person in the movement.
Yeah, and I saw
in the day.
your tweet was like, join us. And
Yeah,
then
it's
it
not
was
too
like-
late, man. Just decide to change.
And he was like, no, everyone else is terrible. And just started, I don't know, it was really weird.
And I saw someone from the caucus chimed in and was like, And why were you removed?
Yeah, that was in it, and I was like
You know?
waiting to hear like, all right, what's your answer? And then nothing came, no response on that one.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Well, sad, man. I don't know. It just doesn't have to be this way
It doesn't.
on so
but
many levels.
It's an interesting.
Or maybe it does.
Oh well,
You
you know what? On some level, it absolutely does have to be this way because it's proof that the Mises Caucus is starting to gain ground. Because when you're fringe, you end up with a lot of strange bedfellows. Oh, that was a good shot.
Oh,
I mean,
what
how much
a
can you even say that
shot.
was?
I gotta give a little on that one. That was great.
When you're small and fringe
Make 'em
and don't
watch
have a lot of power, you end up with a lot of strange bedfellows. And once your message begins to in your team and your
Oh, my bad.
people begin to coalesce, there's always going to be some people who do not gel with that coalescence, and that eventually comes out, and that is what is coming out with a lot of, particularly with Kokesh and some other people. That's just the nature of it, but it's ironically a good sign for the Mises Caucus.
Yeah. Some of the shenanigans happening right now are, I don't have all the details, but what I'm hearing is there's a move afoot. I should have tried to redirect on that. There's a move afoot to saddle the people who take over the reins with a large amount of debt.
Of what?
They are like, I think, trying to activate their paid-for headquarters line of credit. In
like
order
the
to fund
LNC.
it. Yeah. In order to fund, nice.
What?
In order to fund a bunch of stuff that they know we wouldn't choose to put that money towards.
Right.
So it's like last act before they go. They want to. It's just scorched earth stuff, and it's sad because it just people showing their true colors that it really isn't about the movement. It's just really not. It's about them, and that's one thing I can say for sure is the Mises Caucus folks. It's really not about us. Like, this is not what I'm finding with the caliber of folks we have in there. A lot of them are like just well organized professional people.
Oh, hold on.
And
I am so proud of everything that just happened here.
Okay, we gotta watch this. Yeah, it says
Wait
the guy
for
who
it. Wait
skipped
for
it.
it. Bump.
Nope. Oh, in the rim.
Bumped him. Put it
Nice.
out. Put it out. Pretty proud of that one.
That's really good. And you got a nice bump comment. So thanks for not being toxic, Smith Nader. Appreciate that. You don't see it every
Is that a
day.
presidential
Nope.
ticket? Oh, Smith-Nader. Okay. I heard Smith-Nader, like Dave Smith, Ralph Nader.
Oh,
The
sorry,
obvious choice? That's their campaign slogan. A choice?
So Ryan from Rolling Bones put something in the chat here. I want to read it.
Before you do, I just
Okay,
want
go ahead.
to
Okay.
throw that out to Ryan. When are you due? Oh, gotta get it out. I know you're taking a break, and I know that the time is coming for number one. So when are you due, if you don't mind sharing, sir? And then you can read his comment.
Okay. Thanks, Nuke, for the what a bump.
Yeah, thank you, Nuke. Appreciate it. Appreciate seeing you too.
The key, I think, for me getting better is not playing. Take a week off, get better. Take 2 weeks off, get twice as good. Uh-oh.
There's still time.
Packets
There's
lost.
still time.
My packets. My precious packets. My box. I got no boost, and I hate waiting.
No.
What?
I don't know. I was like, that sums you up pretty well. I got no boost and I hate waiting. Here we go.
I forget what that quote's from. It's like, I got no something, and I hate waiting. It's from something. I forget.
Due next Wednesday. Awesome.
Dang, son.
Congratulations.
Nice.
It gets easier.
You know what?
Let me
It
just
does.
tell you that it's
You
gonna
won't
be.
think it does, but it does.
It'll be rough, but you'll get through it, and it gets easier. And I'm
And you'll
going
love
to drink some scotch in your name, whether you were here or not.
Oh.
Whether you were here or not, I was gonna drink it. But
Rez double fisting, you love to see it.
but
Uh,
to
we
you
got-
and the health of your wife and new child.
Ah, yes. Salud.
Cilantro. Prost.
Gambay. Anything else?
Ngawa. That just means quiet, I think, in
Okay.
Afrikaans, but I don't know whatever. I don't know. That's from Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Ngawa. Like
Yeah.
so.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Excuse me,
So
white man talking here.
Oh man, remember comedy? That was a thing.
No, and the sad thing is, it was Horror Amarada was saying like, man, comedy is like literally and figuratively dying because Norm Macdonald has died.
Gilbert
Gottfried. Louis Anderson wasn't too long ago, and
oh really? I didn't even know about that one.
Who is the third? Bob Saget. Like,
yeah,
it's really bad, and they're all in like their 60s. Like this shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be like this, but here we are.
So this is cool. Spike Cohen is going to be holding court this Thursday. Holding court. Oh, I don't know if I'll get there. Oh, I missed. Sorry. Holding court this Thursday at Bold Patriot Brewery here in Nashville. Hoping that my daughter doesn't decide to enter the world that night. Yeah, dude. Check out Spike. Spike's great. He came out in support of some local action that I totally missed out on because I suck at managing my calendar.
Yeah, in Gastonia.
Yeah. Oh, what a save. There was a homeless vet here in our area that apparently there was like a kerfuffle, and in the process the cops beat him up pretty bad, and his dog was either killed in the process or put down as a result of him not being like.
The dog got tased and like lost its mind and ran into traffic.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yes,
oh,
that's what happened.
What a tragedy.
Absolutely.
And like all the folks are asking for, including some of the Mises Caucus supporters and like-minded libertarian folks, were out there at the city hall asking for the body cam to be released because they want to validate kind of what this gentleman was claiming, because it's not a crime to be poor. And the other thing on top of this is I think it's Pastor Moses. Can you believe that? Can you believe I got that? Pastor Moses of a local church there had opened his church as a homeless shelter and was feeding them out of the church, and they shut it down. The city came and shut it down because they said it violated zoning laws. So zoning laws don't matter? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
Just remember, it's not safe for the homeless to be in a church overnight. They should be outside freezing where it's safe.
Yeah. And so, like, from a libertarian standpoint, right, it's kind of obvious to us, like, who's paying the rent, the mortgage, whatever, right? It's like, that's the owner. So they get to, if nice save. If they want to, feed homeless people and house them, that's not a bad thing. If they're not trying to operate an opium den, which I would still be in support.
I was gonna say, that's fine. If that's what they want to do, I don't care. But...
Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not a a net benefit for society, but again, self-ownership and everything. Oh man, what a save. So that's like another thing, and there might be a really great chance to reach out to that whole community as a result of this. So a lot of good work, and Spike was a great supporter, came out, I think drove in from South Carolina for it, and they got a nice news interview and stuff. But we really need action. We don't just want publicity. Don't get me wrong, it's good, and props to those who showed up and getting the publicity. That's definitely a step. But we got to take it to the next level, right? So our activism shouldn't be gathering together and complaining about things for which we have a long shot at impacting, like federally or internationally.
Right.
It should be about what can we do here now. right? And that's really the strategy of the Mises Caucus. Oh, that's short. Wrong side of it. Who'd have thought Artie Lange would outlive
Lang.
all his Lang, sorry, would have outlived all his contemporaries. I confess I don't know who that is. Sorry.
Have you seen Dirty Work?
Oh yeah.
It's Sam, so it's not Norm Macdonald, it's the other guy, the larger
Oh.
dude. That's Artie Lang.
Okay, and not the Picture of Health.
No, and in fact, if you see him now, his nose is caved in.
Oh no.
He decided to leave it that way, as like a reminder to himself. But he had a terrible drug problem, particularly with cocaine or whatever. And then someone just like punched him in the nose and broke his nose. And between that and like the destruction all of the cocaine and the drug use had done to his nostrils or like his nasal cavity, it just collapsed. So he left his nose that way as a reminder.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Of like how bad it is, and he should stop and not do that.
Oh, sorry.
But yep, he and Mick Jagger.
Yeah, right?
It's almost like it's impossible to really know what health is.
Oh, that was beautiful. I was there. I was ready. The Gastonia cops are awful. Gastonia is a prime example of the war on drugs escalating the violence on all sides.
I don't know much about that county, but it seems like a county that's probably ripe for takeover in terms of like Mises Caucus, like libertarianism. It's certainly bigger than Lincoln, where I know you're from, Ryan. And you're right. That's my bad.
Oh, that's a cool explosion.
Lincoln is even more ripe for that, but Mecklenburg is hosed, other than secession, which I wanted to ask about. Like legit, if you ever look at a map of what the Mecklenburg County looks like, it's the stupidest. Like, if you're wondering where the oh my god, are you kidding me? Thank God.
All right, we're in this.
If you're wondering where a bunch of the rich people live, it's the county tumor they put on the top that is clearly not any part of Charlotte. It's to make sure they have the entire lake on top so that they have all that money. And so if Huntersville and Davidson and Cornelius, where there's middle class to very rich people, you know, like on all Lake Norman, said like, yep, we're gonna form our own county, and then did it, that would be Coitons in a lot of way for Mecklenburg, but
Coitons, I tell you.
But it would be pretty much the only way to change things, because it would lose all their funding and a lot of their base. And I got it. Oh my god, I don't.
Give me a photo finish.
No.
Gastonia is historically one of the worst places for murder, drugs, and gang violence. It was worse than Charlotte for many years.
That's interesting. Yeah, see, you're our North Carolina historian. Ryan,
yeah, you are.
Neither of us are from here. I guess we should have taken. We came here like prosperity, and you were like, "I'm getting the hell out," and you've been gone ever since. You know, like I live here, I'm out. So.
Yeah, I think we might replay them right now. Oh, it was just some dude with soup in the name. Nope, now we're playing tank.
Psychotic tanks.
Gotta watch out for those.
Not the hit I was looking for.
But the hit you deserved.
The hit I deserved.
Freedom!
Oh no, it's...
Oh, what a nice dunk. It cost us a goal, but it was worth it.
It's always worth it for the memes.
Yeah.
For the sound bites.
I'm here for the memes. Motherland!
No. He's gonna go in. I just saw him going up. I was like, I don't know what to do.
I tried to boop him from behind, but he was already up.
Unboopable.
Unboopable. Unboopable. That's what you are. All right, here we go. There you go. Oh, I have the auto moderator that caught that. Yes, I will allow white trash. In the stream and the term. I know my people when I see them. All right. Much like Statesville and Concord, it's a volatile cocktail of poor black people forced to coexist with the white trash. Yeah, dude. It's changing rapidly too. Oh, sorry, went up. Wait. Oh.
Cool. What happened? What did you think just happened?
I thought I'd put it in for us. Own goal. Oopsie. Yeah. It's so true.
Get in there.
Yes, we need that. Yes, okay. All right. 3v1. Here we go. You can do it, Rez. I believe in you. I'm basically a non-factor, so.
Yeah, and it's interesting, Ryan, because I think a lot of those places are going to be changing soon. Because people are going to start abandoning the major cities, and that includes Charlotte. And places like Statesville and Salisbury and downtown Concord, which is very different from Concord Mills, which is what everyone in Charlotte thinks is Concord.
That's right. No, that's right. I did for years.
Yeah, I had no idea that it was basically just another kind of, I don't know, backwoods isn't the right word because that's not quite it, but it's certainly like a town past its prime, I think is the best way to describe it, is the way that it feels when you go.
Past you. Oh. So we saw a headline today in game
Which
news.
headline did you see?
Blizzard is announcing a new merit and competence-based bonus program.
JK.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. It's probably going to attract top-tier talent. You know, when focus on results for the customer. You know, really focusing on what gamer feedback is and trying to incorporate that into their product offerings. Oh, no, that's not the headline at all, is it? No, not at all. They're going to make sure they increase the diversity of their workforce by 50%.
Tell me your company is already dead without telling me your company's already dead.
Remind me what diversity means.
No straight white men.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's good.
Last I checked. None of us.
Yeah.
We don't count.
Okay. Quick question: if one were to do the demographics of their cash cow money stream, what does that demographic look like?
I'm gonna say non-binary, genderqueer, otherkin unicorns. Did I get it? What do I win? What do I win? What do I win? Where's the prize? This is a game show, right?
You get nothing. Good day, sir.
You lose.
Yeah.
And so does everyone else, including all of gaming.
Shareholders, people who love Blizzard IP.
But hey, maybe Elon Musk will buy Blizzard next.
Yeah, right. So what do you think is going to happen with that?
Everything, I don't know. We'll see. But everything is pointing to he's gonna buy it. Like,
yeah, I'm hearing hostile takeover.
Like I heard that, or some people confirmed that Oh, get in there. Oh wait, never mind. We're down. We're losing by 4. I thought we were still losing by 3. I was like 3-1.
I know. It doesn't feel like we're doing that bad.
We're still in this, and then I just noticed what the score happened to be. But yeah, noticing that he had to, he could only have 15% of the company if he was on the board.
Yeah.
And that his Q&A was already causing. It's just the fact that he purchased part of the company and was suggested that if people wanted to ask him questions, they could put people into an apoplectic rage of trauma and fear. So he was probably like, you know what? I don't think being on the board's gonna be. That's not gonna be it. That's not being enough. It's not gonna do it. So I saw another tweet from someone. It seems to be purely unsubstantiated. So grain of salt because it's Twitter and it's just some guy. But they said that he was currently gathering together his management team to replace the entire one at Twitter.
Man, I mean,
here's hoping.
I think you're gonna have to clean house. Like that route goes to the core.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
check this out from Ryan. I have no idea how to do maintenance on an MMO server, but I also have no idea what the parts between my legs indicate. So I'm eminently qualified to head up the WoW team.
I am not a developer. I am neither a developer nor a biologist. So therefore, I'm perfect for this job.
Yeah. It's sad.
But some of my ancestors weren't from
Missed
Europe,
it.
so I basically know what I'm talking about.
So good. Nice job.
Oh, it did go better than I thought. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we lose Nuke already? It's too bad. I think we lost Nuke earlier. Appreciate you, Nuke.
Well, I always appreciate you. Whoa. That may be the fastest kickoff goal I've ever seen. I gotta watch this. Is there like some pinch here? Why is it only 66 kph? That thing goes. I thought it was a bullet.
Apparently not.
Oh, my finger slipped. Okay, good.
Oh,
I don't think that's it. Okay, good. Elon should give Twitter to the Babylon Bee upon completing his hostile takeover. Yes.
it was interesting also to see that Seth Dillon, the CEO, I think, or president or whatever of Babylon Bee, confirmed that before Elon made his purchase, he called him and confirmed that the Babylon Bee had been suspended.
Yeah, yeah. And I miss it. I miss it. I said
Yeah.
everything was going good. My life's a lie. It's not been the same without I like 4 times a day, at least, I would get a little tweet that would just make me chuckle
Right.
and kept me sane.
We already talked
missed
about how
that.
comedy's dying, so
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, the Psycho tanks. Then we got Little Psycho. Oh, I had a bad jump.
A lot of crazy people.
Oh,
Not unexpected in the gaming space.
oops. That's a good setup. Dude, I like that idea a lot.
Which idea? The hostile takeover of Twitter?
And giving it to Babylon Bee.
Oh. Definitely.
Yeah, I just sat there.
Man, it's
Okay.
worth it just because, like, leftists are bad at building things. They're really good at
Well, what do you have
finding
to do
something.
Oh, sorry.
They're
Yeah.
really good at finding something that is taking off and like a parasite, like something like joining it and feeding off of it and killing the host. But how many born and bred, straight from the start, super hardcore leftist platforms are there? That people other than the already hardcore leftists use and probably don't even pay for it. But no one wants to pay for it. I don't know. I don't think those exist. I'd be
I think
interested to
that's
hear.
largely
But
that's
Facebook
largely a function of not understanding value creation in a world of scarcity.
which
There you go.
by the way, I've been appreciating at Jack a lot more recently. Now that he's no longer the head of Twitter, he's said a lot of things like how he regrets how centralized social media and this has become, and that he played a part in that. And
Just missed it.
I mean, Square. Oh,
Oh, we're up
Square-
4.
Square has like Cash App now, so that takes you can use crypto, and they just set up Lightning Network with that. He's gotten big into
Nice.
Bitcoin and things like that. So
I got lucky. Oh nope.
he's a hard one to
Nice
know, but he is also the dude who, while he was still the head of Twitter, one day tweeted Anatomy of the State.
Yeah.
So,
like that.
That feels like a
that
dude.
goes a long way.
That feels like a dude who may have just been trapped by circumstance. And I think I tweeted
Yeah.
something like that at him that was like, it's to be a CEO of a company that big and be under that much pressure, and to not and to some extent I don't blame's not the right word. When it comes to your Zuckerbergs and things like that, none of those dudes get into this thinking like, at some point the CIA will be breathing down my neck and they will be telling me what to do, and if I don't, they will threaten me.
Yeah.
Which is exactly where they are. And
Yeah.
because they never think of that, because they're not really particularly principled people, probably they're just nerds trying to start a business. And they come up with an idea that they're just not ready for that responsibility, and they cave pretty quickly. And it's not surprising. And I still blame them because they still fold in that way. But you know who doesn't fold? The fold card. Use the fold. We're not sponsored by anyone, but I do love the fold card. But you know, that's how I feel about it sometimes. But
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so Ryan, as far as like LCI articles go, take a run at it. I mean, like what I see in their process is they kind of work with you in like the editing process. So we have a content pipeline that I know that if you get in it, we could probably do something cool. So don't be too scared to try. But I don't know what kind of time we're gonna have here soon. Just saying. Wah.
have you? Oh yeah, well you're definitely not gonna have any time to think straight. So. Other important things to remember: if your child is screaming or crying, your child is alive.
Yes, that's right. That's how they
What a
let you
shot! And an epic save.
Nah, it's my fault.
And it's crazy. I mean, you already know you already have a second kid, Brex, but this time around, it's like, man, my older kid's the harder one. And and we're already at the point of just like, our first kid, it probably was 6 months before we let her stay in a room by herself with a monitor on.
Isn't free.
And it was probably like week 1.5 with our other kid that was like, all right, just turn the monitor on, put her in the bassinet, it'll be fine. Let's go do something.
Yeah.
And we're already so much more confident for the most part about how to deal with her. Just from the experience, and how frustrating it is that I wish I could have had this experience. Like, I mean, it's impossible, but the second time you wish I could have had the knowledge I did the first time, because it would have been way easier the first time.
I wish that I knew then what I know now. If that's how that song goes.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that would be awesome. He wants to write about his struggle between God's call for forgiveness of our enemies and anger at people who called me a murderer during lockdowns. I think we definitely need some retrospective content on this time, if I'm not too bold in saying retrospective. I'm not really keen to let my guard down, maybe ever.
Actually, I saw an article on Zero Head recently that even Fauci is at the we have to live with COVID forever stage, so it's up to individuals to take responsibility for it now.
Oh, so he's a domestic terrorist?
Yes. Oh,
That's a great save and a great shot.
Although it's, I also saw an article.
I should make this. Okay.
This is I don't know if we ever talked about this on stream. But this is something my wife and I had definitely predicted very early on in 2020. I mean, we just say that because I don't know if there's any proof left that we actually said it, but that the plan all along was always COVID forever and vax forever. And I saw an article just recently about how they're thinking about or looking into treating COVID like the flu. So now every year you're gonna get you'll get your flu shot and you'll get your COVID shot.
Some people.
And now they've just doubled their revenue.
Wow, that's incredible. I got like jammed into that great assist. Ryan, if you haven't already, check out the series on LCI called The Pandemic Bites. Our good friend, the great Norman Horn, put in a lot of work.
On the show.
Yeah, show us how to really play this game.
I don't know why he's dodging us. It's not like we haven't asked him at all. Wait a minute. We haven't asked him at all.
So he did a great series called The Pandemic Bites. You go to the website, you can sign up for it. I think it sends you I think it's like a drip campaign. We're starting to do some new strategic stuff, what we're calling like unbranded side projects, because sometimes you lose people with the term libertarian Christian. So we try to draw them in with like content that if it's unbranded to LCI, they'll end up agreeing with us. You know, it's just it's the Woods method. Let's be honest here, right? Your Facebook friends are wrong, etc. Mm-hmm. Where at the end, you know, what he gets out of it, he builds his lists, right? And then he convinces people, you know, charts they forgot. And then once they're convinced enough to look at more, maybe they'll look past whatever hang-ups, baggage they may associate with those two words combined, libertarian and Christian. So Pandemic Bites is one of those. And there's some other cool stuff we got in the works. Oh, we're also going to Freedom Fest in Las Vegas. So I got to go to Reno and then I got to go to Las Vegas.
Are they actually?
Yeah.
They moved it back to Vegas. I thought they were going to keep it in South Dakota. Isn't that the one that was in South Dakota last year?
I think it was. It's in Vegas now. Wow, what a scoop! I feel like he deserves that. Oh, he's gonna get anyway. No, he's not.
Oh, okay. Here goes my controller. It's all on you. I need you to score.
Not like these. Not like these.
Oh, I helped. I bumped him.
Nice. Oh no!
My controller's back.
Whoops. Okay, good. Yeah, and how they're always going back to World War I for the vaccination stuff. You talking about that?
No, I also want to write about leftist infiltration of the church government.
Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, dude. We just actually had our like brainstorming strategy session for like the major theme we're going to try to promote at Freedom at Freedom Fest. And I'm pretty stoked about it. Some great ideas. Oh, we are behind.
We are. And there's not much time to go. 2 goals, 0 seconds. I believe in us.
Oh, that's a bad sign. We're lucky be diamond.
Oh yeah, we still got a rank. Ruh-roh.
Yeah, we really need to try to convince a lot of Christians about the fundamental concept that, you know, just using the power of the state, which is essentially violence or the threat thereof, to try to build, you know, God's kingdom-like outcomes here on Earth. No matter how noble the intentions may be, or how desirable the outcomes may be, domination is not the answer.
Whoa! I just
What?
saw how high you went flying.
Oh,
And, yeah, you didn't even touch that ball, but you went up there. Get in there.
oh, what a save!
Ooh.
That's my bad. Thank you. Oops, didn't mean to touch that.
Oh,
Okay, it's a little short, thankfully. Hey, did you watch the NCAA Final Four and all that?
Nope, I did not.
I would never normally watch that, but because it was like these crazy rivalries and people were like so excited about it, I ended up looking into it, and I'm glad I did. I was really excited. I you know, I don't know.
Did
like,
you
who I
watch
should have been
sports ball? You had leisure? Collectivist, communist, statist. Don't you know there's a war happening in Ukraine?
Sweet. It ended up being really entertaining, and I enjoyed it. I felt bad for that famous coach. Was it Coach K or something?
Coach K, yeah.
Because he went out on... Ooh. Everybody just went for boost. Yeah, because he ended up going on that loss, but I feel like it was... I feel like the right team won from a performance basis.
How did Mercer do?
Well, that's one of the players. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're not even in the same league, man. But I don't even know how they did in their league.
Same for my college. My college is Division 12 Triple X, like just completely out of everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I Chihuahua. I got blasted. Okay, so I got to make a few recommendations. I really liked Better Call Saul.
Oh man, I haven't gotten to see the fifth the season they just
Dude, the
released
new
yet.
season's out, and
On Netflix, you
man.
mean? Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's the old season.
Oh, that's what?
The final season is debuting on AMC like now.
Oh, gotcha.
They're just for whatever reason in America, it comes out in other countries. It's really frustrating, but they refuse to release the last season of Better Call Saul until like a week before the new one comes out. I don't know why. It's really annoying. So I haven't gotten to see it yet, but I want to because I have enjoyed that show. And I trust Vince Gilligan. So even though it isn't finished, there's going to be an end. I know that it's going to be finished, and there's a good chance it's going to be good. So I trust Vince Gilligan for that. When I would normally not watch an unfinished show.
Breaking Bad, I believe, is one of the best shows of all time.
Absolutely.
And talk about, like, you know, how many times have prequels just been like a cash grab, right? And just like we get so much goodwill built up around this show. Mm-hmm. We'll just make, you know, we never intended to tell this story, but we're gonna make it up from scratch, from a bunch of like obscure side characters that were important to the show but could never carry the show. And man, does Bob Odenkirk just deliver, and the whole cast, like that was it Rhea Seaborn. She is just phenomenal in that role, and
on me.
I don't know the actor's name, but the older gentleman, the bald gentleman, who plays like the muscle, you know.
Yeah. It's Jonathan something. Jonathan
His
Banks,
story is just so rich and meaningful, and they managed to pull off like, oh, it's just so good. And even all like the cartel guys, like you care about them, and you just understand their struggle. It's so good.
One of the most important things that's so far about that show is there is nothing, as far as I can tell, as far as I remember, there's really nothing in Better Call Saul that is simply in Better Call Saul to be Breaking Bad fan service.
Oh, what a great point!
When you see someone show up or someone new from Breaking Bad, it's not just like, yay, we get to see Gus again. It's like, no, he is integral to this story and
Gus,
to this character.
Fring, right? Fring, yeah.
Fring, yeah, Gus Fring.
Yeah.
Or I think Tuco shows up in an episode, like early on.
Yeah.
Like it is integral to the story. It's not just so that people can go, look, there he is, which is what Disney and all the other major things. That's what they do right now. It's just there so that you go, I remember that guy from the original thing, and that makes you gives you a dopamine hit. Like,
but that's literally the movie.
Right. Exactly.
He said the thing.
Yeah.
That's a great point, Rez. And I can't recommend it enough. I will say that I was a big fan of The Last Kingdom, and I have not finished the recent season. My wife and I used to watch that together. We just can't bring ourselves to do it. I know some people who have finished it, and they're saying it's worth it, but honestly, like the other perfect. It's just one of those things where I shouldn't have to like work at enjoying something, you know, like especially when the show's proven to be like good in other seasons. So I don't want to. I don't know. I call it my my gun shy Game of Thrones syndrome. I'm going up for this.
I'm surprised that you started a show that wasn't finished.
You know what?
I've sworn it off, other than the shows that I've already started and I'm semi-interested in. Like, I'll probably finish Stranger Things, even though the last season wasn't very good. Like, I'll probably finish it, see where it goes, unless it gets like super woke or something like that. But
yeah, woker things. That might have enough on it. Yes.
Nice shot. Part of what makes Better Call Saul work so well is that Breaking Bad established that Walter had stumbled backwards into a world that was far deeper than he realized. Yeah. There was a whole bunch of lore that we didn't get in that because it wasn't that lore's story. It's actually not. Oh God, I can't believe I screwed that one up so badly because it was easy to put in. It's not all that different from Lord of the Rings, where we're just getting in terms of storytelling. The Lord of the Rings is a snapshot, an important snapshot in the history of Middle-earth. But all throughout the way, you get hints about this giant world and this other world that these people inhabit and they're now participating in that they didn't have any say in, and it's exactly the same thing. That's good world building. I don't know if there's any more in Breaking Bad. Although they also made the movie. Did you watch El Camino?
El Camino. You know what? I can't remember, but I'm definitely gonna go back and check.
Because it was pretty good too.
That was a good try on his part.
Go down in now.
Be what we need right there. Yeah. So, can't recommend Last Kingdom. Haven't finished it. Highly recommend Better Call Saul. And then my favorite thing to report to you is that ever since I grew up on Star Trek Next Gen, huge fan. Never watched Deep Space Nine, but I hear that if I did, I would like it. But you apparently have to get through like the first 1 or 2 seasons, and then it gets good or something.
I'm too old. I don't get that kind of time.
I know, right? Oh, I missed, and they didn't go, and I missed.
And I missed. And we all missed. You missed. You get a miss, and I get a miss.
I missed again. So nice job.
Thank you.
Aw, sad spam.
Aw.
Cause I know that you're toxic. Um.
What was our
Okay.
rank? Oh, Diamond 1s. We made it. We're Diamond 1s.
All right. We did.
For some
right.
reason, I'm equal to you.
Diamond 1,
I
Div
don't
1.
understand. I'm Div 3. That's entirely too close to you. I've been bad. I've been very bad tonight.
How far you fallen?
Indeed.
Yeah. So, huge fan of Next Gen, and like. Oh wait, before I get into this is maybe my favorite Twitch chat ever. Better Call Saul is the Silmarillion. I can't. How do you say it? It's the
Silmarillion's right, yeah.
Silmarillion, but with meth.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Silmarillion.
Yeah. Nice, Silmarillion. That was good. Oh, you got mail.
No, it's just an announcement.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
I'm still mining on that computer, so it's gonna do things every once in a while. I don't think my soundboard is too graphically taxing, so I run both at the same time.
Okay. Yeah. So Next Gen, huge fan. A lot of people make the same argument that at least the first season sucks. I like it. It's not the best. Next Generation.
Yeah.
Never watched Voyager. Never watched really much after that, just because I was like, why do they gotta? It even felt like diversity stuff for diversity's sake back then. You know, like, oh, we gotta have the minority captain. Oh, we gotta have another minority captain, and I'm okay with that if they can shine a candle to Picard, but can't. Anyway, I was gonna give Discovery a chance, and it was turned out to be an abomination, as Critical Drinker calls it. Black female space Jesus is what Michael Burnham, the character in that show, is. Yes, Michael.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, and so I definitely I even gave season 2 a shot, but I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore. It's just not healthy. It's not. I got time that I need to not be doing this, and especially it's so low value. Anyway, so now my entertainment and my cope is enjoying the bashing of these shows and having people who really understand what Star Trek is on a moral level, a spiritual level, a storytelling level, talk about what's wrong with these and how they would fix it. So again, Critical Drinker does this, tremendous, and also Red Letter Media, who I have to thank Norman Horn, because we got into a big discussion. Exactly. We need to get that one. Oh, we got to get that one on the board.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
One's a great one.
The unspecified virus of unknown origin.
Unknown origin. With the Pooh Bear and the Chinese map. It's just so good. So I'm watching. Then they announced Star Trek Picard, and I'm like, okay, I know I shouldn't watch this, but it's Picard, and they're bringing back all these people. No, just no. Just so bad on
hubris.
Sheer effing hubris. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. The hubris. So it's one of those things where now it's all about watching the two guys from Red Letter Media just kind of like suffer through it, and they watch it so I don't have to, kind of thing, right?
Oh yeah, have you watched any Mahler yet?
Oh yeah, but like I was looking at his channel the other day, and like he doesn't put a lot of stuff out. He just has some epic ones from like that are 2 hours long, unless I'm on the wrong channel or something.
No, that is what he does. Like,
okay,
his analysis will be longer than the movie itself. Like I didn't see Captain Marvel, but I watched him tear it apart for 3.5 hours. Like, because it was better than, I'm positive it was better than watching Captain Marvel. I mean, he's done, like, he's still working, I think, on going through The Force Awakens and things like that, and I mean, he has like 3 episodes right now that are a total like 7 hours worth of content, and he's barely like halfway through the movie. It's a strange thing, but it's also, I don't know, it's valuable in terms of culture and movie making and just seeing what's going on. And I don't know, I enjoy it when I have watched it in the past. But I mean, they have mostly I think what he ends up doing right now, because those things take so long to edit and finish, is he's part of a group that Drinker has participated in called EFAP.
Yeah, every frame of pause.
Every frame of pause, which is kind of a joke, but also true, because they will go. Some of their streams have gone 12, 18, or I think even like 24 hours, like talking about.
Oh my word!
So.
So they're watching the latest Picard.
Right back in it.
And I see something in the comments section that I've seen over and over and over, and I finally paid attention. And it was, isn't it ironic that the best Star Trek being made today is by Seth MacFarlane?
Right, yeah, I saw you tweet about that, the Orville, right?
Yes, and it's the Orville. And oh my gosh, is it like way more than I thought it would be? No,
it's like, it kind of reminds me of there's a documentary where people, about a particular movie where some people say, what's the best Star Trek movie? I'm going to say Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
And because there's a great documentary about Galaxy Quest, and
oh, there is.
Yeah, and they get
I gotta watch
interview
that.
just about everyone, including like Will Wheaton's on there. Will Wheaton, and but I think he's the one who actually makes that quote. But yeah, it's interesting.
Galaxy Quest is the best Star Trek.
The people, yeah, you'll ask people what the best Star Trek movie is, and they'll say it's Galaxy Quest.
That's great.
It might have been
someone Shill Wheaton.
But probably, yeah. But
because of how much he's like just propped up these horrible Star Trek iterations.
Sure.
I would. I mean,
yeah, definitely. But I mean, it's like it's one of those things where how often it's more like fans and love making something are always going to be better than studios and suits and hate and agendas. Oh, couldn't quite get it up there. We need a goal. That was an easy one too.
So I'm really enjoying the Red Letter Media help me cope with the abortion that is starting Picard, and like I just want to see the IP like go for. Like, I get excited about like kind of like Eric July's approach. Like he's like, I'm gonna own Marvel, or it's like I'm gonna own all this IP that you guys are just trashing.
Go for it.
I love that. Me?
It's okay. It was more like you have to react faster than you actually can because you have to respond to my words. But it's no big deal. Oh gosh. No. Oh.
Oh!
No.
Oh no!
I have no boost. I still have no boost. Oh.
My Trekkie wife even thinks Orville's the best Trek show right now. That's great. Well, tell her great minds, because I see it. All right, let's switch it up. You want to?
Yeah.
You want to do soccer or drop shot? What do you think?
Let's do some soccer for now. I don't want to wait in the queue for 15 minutes for drop shot.
Yeah. So Ryan, someday we gotta finish that campaign.
Yeah, we want. I mean, I know we gotta. It's fine because I
probably
got
after
my
your
kid
third
too,
child,
and you're having your kid too. Hopefully, in the mid to late summer is when we can finally get back to that campaign.
Yeah.
But you can rest assured, as you probably already understand and know, that all 4 of us are still way in. It's just about making it happen. absolutely no doubt that we still want to do it.
Yeah.
But also, once you have a kid, you will look back at your non-kid time and think, one, oh my god, I wasted so much time, and now I know what free time really is. I didn't realize how much free time I actually had before, that I was just doing stuff or whatever, and oh my gosh, I miss it, and I had no idea. Also, kids are great. I don't want to put you off here and like scare you towards the end here. I'm past it. Ah!
Nice.
But
Nice.
well, yeah, that's gonna be good. We're gonna get back to it. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna send you guys an invite. Yeah, it's like 2 weeks after my vasectomy in 2026. It's already on the books.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
I'm going for this.
I am in our goal.
Okay.
In case you were wondering if you're going to be contested, it is. You are not. Oh gosh.
Yeah, dude. I think at one point you even said, what would you... That you made that like proposal about the combat mechanics you were considering. And I liked it. Nope. Nope. Oh, thank goodness.
Fortunate.
Yeah. You know, he wants that one back. I got no boost here.
I got it.
Is it on?
Poor unfortunate souls
Yes.
in pain, in need. I've seen a lot of The Little Mermaid recently.
Okay, I was gonna say we should update our stream description.
I had never seen it all the way through, I realized, and I've seen it all the way
really?
through many times. Yeah, I mean, it was 89.
Yeah,
So-
that's nuts.
So just, it doesn't take, it. That's one of those things, it doesn't take much, but you were, what, 5? And I was 2. So Aladdin was the first thing that I got into that I have not been able to get my daughter into, regrettably. Someday I will force her to, because it is a superior movie. But
Oh,
she likes
by far.
mermaids. She likes mermaids, and so it makes sense for her to like Little Mermaid. So
Yeah.
also, it's hilarious because she will sometimes. I mean, it's impossible to understand exactly how the mind of a 2-year-old works, and like when they want something, when they don't want something.
Yeah.
The amount of times she'll either ask us to sing, or we'll start singing, and she'll go, "No, don't sing, Daddy." just tell us to stop like right away, like, "All right, sorry," you know. Oh no, don't sing. Please stop. She'll say that too. It's really
Please
funny.
stop.
Please stop. And when it's actually, we have trouble when she gets really upset and angry, not laughing. We have to like, because she does these really short. I'm on a little bit of tangent here, but she does like that. Please stop. When she gets really mad, or her latest thing is when she gets mad, she'll say walk away. She'll say, no, walk away, Daddy, walk away. So like today at dinner she was mad at me, or she was mad at one of them. She was like no, walk away, Dad.
Oh.
Please stop. and I actually had to. I had to walk away, literally just to like laugh and not see her laughing. See her, you know.
Yeah,
laughing
right.
at her.
Because then she'll get really mad.
You know, not only will she get mad, I'm also not trying to encourage this behavior because she's actually angry and kind of being rude, but it's hilarious. So I have to hide how funny it actually is. But
Yeah, yeah. Ryan's gonna have a problem because he loves Toy Story, but his wife hates it.
well, you like anarchism and libertarianism, and she thinks we're all insane. So I think you'll figure it out.
Poor Strudels.
They were on a team too.
Yeah.
Oh, this is competitive. So this is our first competitive.
Yeah,
Soccer
we're just
match.
getting ranked. Yeah. They'll learn real quick where we belong. That was a weak hit. Almost got it. I probably should have stayed on that.
Anything notable about your 2-year-olds, and when you had 2-year-olds in their fits?
Is that going in? Okay. I thought about backflipping there. Turn on it.
I mean, your kids have passed that phase right now, so I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
All sorts of new things, but
I mean, I'm having a lot of, well, the biggest thing is now that she's like pushing 3.5, like the language skill has just, wow. It's gone from, it's like full sentences now, you know, and
oh, nice.
the cutest thing she said, it's like, I just like almost started just crying, is we have this little, like Easter thing. It's like 12 dozen eggs in a little carton, and you open one each day, and it has this little book with it, and you know, in one of the pictures, it's got like soldiers standing in front of a very well done artistic rendition of Jesus on the cross, and she had gone to like an event earlier that day and came back with this purple egg, and she just loves this purple egg. It's like she's carried it everywhere and loves it so much. And she was like, "Baba, I will give the soldiers my purple egg, and they will let Jesus off the cross." I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so precious."
You're undermining our religion, kid.
Blasphemy! Go to your room. Yeah. Yeah. So that was super cute, and just seeing her like, just ask the questions she's asking now, and the statements she's making are just so. It's just pure. It comes from a source of like pure wonder and just openness to the world, and as a gradually more and more cynical adult, it's so therapeutic, just to, and it's such an important reminder, and you see why really this is why creation was made the way it was made, so that youth regenerates the old, in an important way, and teaches us to love and think, outside of whatever we think must be or what is normal, or it's so good. It's just like there's no way to know it will be like this until you're in it. It's I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. Would procreate again.
Yeah, you got a lot to look forward to, Ryan. It is challenging and it is worth it. Oh, get in there.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot. You love it. Unfortunately, honey, nothing can come between the state and murdering a person who threatens them.
By the way,
That's
Ryan,
right.
there are Tuttle Twins board books, which I have gotten, of course, my daughter, all three, along with the regular Tuttle Twins stuff. But you can get the ABCs of economics, the ABCs of the American Revolution, and the ABCs of Liberty, the ABCs of Liberty. All those are available as board books for toddlers in the 1 to 2 range.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, I didn't get it.
I thought you stole it.
I didn't get it.
I want to see the replay. You had
I went so hard for that. I touched it. I touched it. I thought for sure that wow.
I disagree.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I stole that. So that's nonsense.
Yeah. On my screen you did. Bench warmer. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's awesome, man. We've been blessed that our first daughter picked up speech before physical stuff. So she's still really cautious about like walking up and down stairs, and I mean I've seen like 9 months old Like 9-month-olds are, I guess it's young. I've seen 1 to 1.5-year-olds that go up and down stairs with no problems. They just do it. And my daughter still like holds on to things, is still cautious going up and down them. But she speaks in full sentences and is hilarious. The amount of times she will just close the door and say, "We'll just let you know," and like, and think, you know, and like have fun with mommy and daddy. Like just say those things as she's like closing the door behind us, or I'm going to the store. Like, okay, cool, pick up some milk. see you later.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Yeah, basically. And she's really been getting into being a big sister, which has been nice too. I got it.
I just wrecked that dude's world.
Mm-hmm.
I got like 3 bumps in a demo.
She's apparently been at her school. She's been playing with like baby dolls more often and talking about her new sister and things. So.
Oh wow.
And she wants to hold her all the time. She's helped give her a bath, and she's helped feed her, and so it's been great.
Freedom.
Is it free?
I just got, yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
Oh, opportunities abound.
No!
Please!
I went too early.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Oh man.
But I can tell you one thing though.
Yay! Nice. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Nice.
They had to give us that one. The
Yeah.
amount of times that one just hung there for us.
So we decided on, we've been doing a lot of research on like homeschool and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided on classical conversations. You ever heard of that?
Nope. Get in there. That's
like-
in. Count it.
It's a 1 day a week. You meet together, and they have a really cool method. It uses the classical education method, which has like the
Trivium and the quadrivium.
You got it. Yeah, I didn't know that stuff. Yeah. But like
I don't know if
they're
you can
gonna
still see my camera. I've stopped playing for a second, but I've got this.
Oh.
The Well-Trained Mind. It's a guide to classical education.
Oh wow.
And I somehow, oops! Oh, I hit that with my mouse by accident.
Where'd you get it? I mean, how did you hear about it? You know, why do you have it? That was a good answer. So, we're really excited about it. It's really cool how a lot of the initial learning is a lot of oh, what a shot! Oh, I can get it. Oh, nope, sorry. You know, I'm really excited that Latin's a part of it. We attended like an open house thing where we just gotta like observe a day, and man, it's so good. Like, and just watching the kids and like what they know at this age and what they're learning is like really, it's exhilarating.
I encourage anyone. I mean, never mind. I don't want to talk about a particular topic that's been pointless and stupid going on in the libertarian community on Twitter, but I encourage people who are unfamiliar with what a human being is capable of to look up David Farragut.
Farragut. Okay.
Yes. And I can tell you the main thrust of it, and it has to do with when someone becomes an adult.
Oh shoot.
And
oh, you're worried about where this goes with like age of consent and stuff.
yeah, exactly. And, even among libertarians, and I know this is controversial stuff to get into, but like it's amazing to me how many libertarians just accept like, well, 18's an adult.
Yeah.
Why? You're not going to find any science about it. It's an arbitrary number set by the government, and that's why it's different everywhere. And it's weird to me. This is still like I mean, I guess because it has to do technically with what people see as kids, they become more fiercely protective, and I understand and appreciate that. Oh God, what I've just done. Possibly what I've said and what I've.
Ooh.
But like there are countries where it's like, okay, well the age of consent is 16, or in some places it's like 14, and like, wow,
Nice.
and it'll be like weird, creepy pedophiles, and it's like their culture's different, and if you just go by, I mean, the most objective measure of what makes someone an adult is puberty. You can procreate or you can't procreate. The rest of nature is child and.
Okay, I appreciate this answer by Navik in game chat. Did you read it?
Real like love the hobbits have for. Real like the love the hobbits have for. Oh, hey, yeah.
Okay, I'm a fan. I don't care if we lose this game if you want to respond to that. How that just worked out was too good. Oh man. Oh, you'll love to see. Yes. Oh, that makes me happy. So, I'm really excited about it. And I really think my oldest daughter needs it. Because giving her the right amount of challenge, I think, is important. And just leveraging this time in their lives where memorization just comes so naturally, like that's the first focus is like, there's like just a lot of memorization that occurs at this stage. And then they get into, is it rhetoric? Which is like, now that you've like memorized a lot of facts and Latin syllables and things like that. Why are things that way? History, things like that. And then the next is, I'm just drawing a blank here, but it's about now can you be a compelling argument maker, orator, public speaker about what you have learned, right? So if you know, like, if you know facts and you think you know why, can you be convincing to others about those facts and that why in your writing and in your speech, in your argumentation? Dialectic, is it?
I think it's grammar, rhetoric, and dialectic is what we're.
Yeah.
I think those are the three, if I remember correctly.
So it's super exciting. So we're really excited about that. It's really gonna, I think, be awesome for my wife because she's gonna get exposed to a ton of that methodology just by being there, and then like after a year or two, then she can become an instructor. Once she's like immersed in that approach. So I'm just really excited because we were, even before the pandemic and everything, we were leaning towards homeschool, but man, after the past 2 years, it's like there's no other thing I want to do.
And I remember one of the coolest things when I heard it put this way was about the quadrivium, which is, I believe, if I remember correctly, it's math, music, geometry, maybe it's basic math, geometry, and astronomy. And
astronomy.
And
I didn't know that.
It seems like some disparate things. You don't know why those would be. But then you realize that it is. I might have gotten maybe the math one wrong, but the main things are the geometry, astronomy, and geometry, because geometry is time it's math in time. Yeah. Geometry is math in space. Music is math in time, and astronomy is math in time and space.
Whoa! Yes, dude, awesome.
Yeah. So when I saw it put that way, I was like, oh, that's so cool. I never thought of those things that way. And that makes sense, and that's why they're eventually taught. And
Is that from that book?
No, it's from listening to John Taylor Gatto and researching some other stuff about schooling prior. Who he is, by the way, also why, which brings me neatly back to David Farragut really quickly, who, oh, nice shot.
Got lucky. Thanks.
He took part. I mean, he became an admiral eventually. But some of his earliest and most notable things were being in the War of 1812. He was a prize master. He was a prize master.
What's that?
So what that means is when you capture a ship,
Like privateers.
no, like he was part of the army. But once you've captured an enemy, captured an enemy ship, it's a prize. And so someone captains that ship and then takes it to a friendly port. So and the person who does that once you've claimed that prize is a prize master.
Who takes it to that port?
You takes it to a friendly port. So
Okay.
You've captured an enemy ship and you haven't sunk it, so that's a prize. But someone has to be able to. You'll have to put men from your boat on there, and also there's probably survivors / prisoners. So you have to manage them, and someone's got to get it back to a friendly port where you can re-outfit it and things like that, and now it's your ship. When he did that, he was 12.
What?
Because as John Taylor Gatto has noted, throughout most of history, the childhood ended between 8 and 12 years old. Mostly out of necessity, but that's just schooling has artificially extended childhood.
Oh yeah.
And you don't see issues of what we call adolescence in cultures that still treat
Let
things
people be adolescents.
right. That force. I mean, basically, when you think about it that way, it's easy to understand that if you think of a 14-year-old as an adult, but you're still treating him like a child, you find out why they act out so much, why they get so angry. Because it's time for them to figure it out on their own, but you're not letting them. You're still confining them, still trying to control them. And
Man,
then
what an awesome idea.
And then here goes my controller again. And then it all falls apart. You know, I'm sure you had a similar college experience to me. Like you can't wait to go out to college, and then you absolutely let loose, and you just start. I mean, my freshman year was just drinking and partying and.
Yeah, a bunch of pent-up bad decisions.
Yeah. Like I'm finally allowed to make decisions for myself that I should have been allowed to start making almost 10 years ago at least. Well, more like 5-6 years ago at that point, when you're 18. Oh god, I'm the worst. Oh god, you're the best. Oh god, I'm the worst. and David Farragut is not. Like, we point him out as being someone special, but he wasn't special for being 12 and for doing those. It's because he did those things. He just happened to be 12. Like, no one was like, what an exceptional 12-year-old. We're going to let this kid be on a boat in war. Like, have you ever seen the movie Master and Commander?
You know what? I fell asleep during it, like, years ago. I love those kinds of movies, too. So I need to watch it. I really do.
I love that movie. And
it's on Netflix. Is that our next Libertarians movie?
Maybe. I don't know if it actually. I don't know. I mean, I guess if we just want to talk about a movie that we like, we don't have to make necessarily Libertarian. There's wars involved, and you know what? There's actually. Yeah, we're gonna do it. It's the next movie. All right, it's the next movie.
Okay.
So unless we have Shag on it, because we're gonna do Team America with Shag, but yeah, that movie. When you watch it, there are midshipmen, which is like the lowest rank of sort of officer, who are clearly 12, 14, 16 years old. And like that was normal for men that age to be on ships of war like that. That's just because that was adulthood. not like it was not assumed that like when your body stopped growing was when you became an adult. And you don't even it didn't even stop growing at 18. It stops at like 25 or something like that. So, but it does.
And finishing high school used to be enough to be equipped to make a single family income that was capable to support a household with multiple children.
Finishing elementary school used to be enough to be able to
Have
an outcome, people, an income of being able to. Oh my God, did it die again?
Again? Wow, it's a lot tonight.
Yeah, that's certainly more than normal. But oh well, take care of business.
The good Ryan agrees with us in chat by saying, I would argue that our culture is trying to extend adolescence all the way up to 30. And I think there's a case to be made that that's happening. Can you get there?
Nope. I think they already have. I mean, like we've seen, like COVID showed us what happens when you put adult children under stress. And it's
talk about that some more.
They revert, they revert to childish instincts. It's about me. I'm scared. I want to hide. Everyone get away from me. I need to be protected because I'm the vulnerable one. So when you see a parent who locks their poor child in a room for 2 weeks while they're screaming to get out, when you see teachers who are saying that like you all have to wear masks to protect me.
Yeah.
Those are all adult children who have not they didn't become adults. They didn't learn that, all right, eventually you put away childish things, as it says in a particular book. and that means that now you are the vanguard of society, and you have to be ready to accept those risks and prepare for the next generation, or help the next generation. And I'm going a little bit on a tangent on this, but I have been thinking a lot recently about this sort of unifying idea, or seeing Moloch worship in everything. And
wow.
Wow. For anyone who ends up, I mean, everyone here who's listening to me knows who Moloch is, but if anyone has to check in at this point and watch, Moloch in the Bible is oh God, what a pass. Is a false god that is basically called out by worshippers of the one true God, and their main claim to appease Baal or Moloch is to sacrifice children. And so I have been thinking about how what that symbolizes a little bit is anyone who sacrifices, everyone who wants to sacrifice the future for the present is evil.
Oh, buddy, you are onto something.
Or I think where I currently put it is anyone who sacrifices the future for their own present is foolish, and anyone who sacrifices other people's future for their own present is evil.
You get that? Can you get that?
I'm philosophizing, so no. But you see that in consumption-based in our Federal Reserve consumption-based economy system. That is, screw the future, screw the kids' generations for our own benefit, for us. And then you see the same thing that happened with COVID, with these people with COVID, where it's not about kids. No, no, it's
not.
They've been made to be more dangerous, and I need to be the one that's protected. You have to protect me from them. You're sacrificing children with masking and with trying to get the jabs going and all those things. You're sacrificing kids for the sake of adults, whether it be teachers who think that they're going to die from it, so they want to sacrifice kids for that reason, or for the wallets of big pharma executives who are pushing lies and drugs because it makes them richer and more powerful. Either way, it sacrifices kids.
One of the most sinister aspects of Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, was, making it appealing, setting up a construct in which, children need to remain on their parents' health care till 25.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that there's a reason to do that, but the fact that healthcare is so, abominably expensive, is. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I shouldn't have let that happen. You know, that also enforces Brian's point, I think, which is that's another way the state artificially inflates the price of healthcare, and then pushes, the offspring of adults who are also adults to remain dependent on what is largely an employer-provided healthcare plan from their parents, which just really delays, because there's a lot of entry-level jobs that you'll get in your early 20s that just aren't going to have healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to get
Oh boy, that's going in. No, almost.
Yeah. What are you seeing in supply chain?
Oh, I was going in. That's what I was seeing. From what particular standpoint?
I don't know.
Personal goods am I missing?
About...
What about like my company? It seems like they're missing, or like what do you?
Yeah, any mix they're in.
I haven't noticed a lot. I mean, you still see shelves that are sort of bare, or where they've covered it over by extending things a little bit. I don't know. I think the reality is we're gonna luck out in a way, even though it's gonna hit other countries and other places harder than us first. Countries that are participating in as like the dollar as a world reserve currency, who are like second or third world countries.
Well, we're going. We don't need roads.
Welcome, John Alex. Thank you. We just played with you, and we had a great match. Thank you for dropping by.
Hey,
Appreciate
John.
you, and thanks for the follow.
Alex, thanks for the follow.
I think those second and third world countries are going to be hit by those supply chain things and go into riots way faster, just because they don't have the infrastructure. I'm a little more optimistic for America because of the sheer amount of technology that exists that we have, and the amount of we have plenty of people. Like we have once the problem with the dollar collapses, like we still have plenty of technology and we still have plenty of people. The problem is the technology needs to be reemployed to proper means, and people need to be trained. So it's not like we're not like landlocked. We don't have a space problem. We don't have an issue where we don't even have like tech companies or know-how or capital. We have a lot of those things. They're just ridiculously misplaced right now. I mean, like we have a ton of farmland, but they're all subsidized to make crappy corn and things like that. Although, the biggest owner of farmland in America now is friggin' Bill Gates. So he'll probably be converting all of those from high fructose corn syrup to, I don't know, the bugs that we're all supposed to be eating. But generally, I think we have a lot of resources here. So there's going to be pain to get everything, nailed it, resettled. But it won't be as bad here, I think, as it will be in other places. I know that's tangential from what you're asking about seeing in terms of supply chain. Interestingly, I got a note from our company about how we have some things going up in price, but that they are going to keep prices the same. They're going to eat the cost.
Eat it on margin?
Another part of well, the physical side of our business is maybe 20 or 25% of the business now. It's down from where it used to be. The digital side is most of the business. So I think they're just going to allow the digital side to eat up a little bit of that extra cost. for the sake of keeping things the same for customers.
Yeah,
For now,
nice
at
shot.
least.
Hey, Andy!
Andy!
Andy! Yalla!
Oh, Andy, I don't think I've seen you in a month or 2, 3. I don't know. Where the hell you been? I blame you. Just because I missed 3 or 4 things from being sick and also having a child doesn't mean you're not supposed to show up.
Also gracing us with his presence tonight is our good friend Ryan from Rollin' Bones. He is a master DM in if you play D&D. We had a campaign we kicked off with him, and it's on hiatus, but we look forward to going back
And
when
he has his
we're
own channel.
available.
His own channel. Well, actually, his own show. I guess it's technically a show now that he does through Valor Studios. War. I think I was. That's true. He was here before the Ukraine. I haven't seen you since the Ukraine war. Oh, I should not have boost. War. You did it. War. After all these times, Andy, you just said knife and said war, and he made war.
Yeah. I think you may be as much to blame as Putin for the aggression at this point.
If not more.
So. If not more. I hope the consequences of the war in Ukraine cause Germany to leave the EU. Oh man, I hadn't even thought about that.
Oh yeah,
Wouldn't that be something?
I've been thinking about how like NATO is going to break up sheerly just because of the fact that there are so many countries in Europe that are energy dependent on Russia, and they're going to have to give in. It's going to be their heads on a spike or give in to Russia, and I am positive they will choose give in to Russia before they choose the other one. Where did I see it? Oh man, I don't remember. I saw a fantastic quote from I don't know who it was. I'm gonna have to look it up again, but it calls it anarchy incorrectly, but you'll get the point of the quote, which is that all societies are 9 meals away from anarchy.
Yes, I saw that the other day too. Oh,
and I thought like,
good job.
And I just thought like that. Wow, that is spot. I mean, obviously we're talking about a different type of anarchy when we're talking about anarchy, but like the chaos or the collapse of society is what you mean. Like, yeah. People not being able to eat for 3 days will absolutely do that. Well, we got a score. I'm ready for a pass. Love it.
Hey.
I know. You turning on that?
So I did see welcome news that was it Norway and Sweden want to join now?
Finland.
Okay.
Norway and Finland, I think. Oh boy. We got a score. I'm gonna go for a bump.
Oh.
That was unsuccessful. Oh, I actually did get a bump in, but it did not do what I hoped it would do.
Womp womp. I'm seeing videos and photos of Chinese out of food. Oh, dude.
Yeah,
what they're doing in Shanghai, that is...
It's good to hear that there are people resisting, though, like that. I mean...
Were you hearing that?
Yeah, I've seen on Twitter and a lot of places there's been some reports of heavy resistance in Shanghai. Hold on, Automod.
Chinaman is that a naughty word now?
Oh, I mean, they would think so, but I'm cool with it. Your wife's Chinese, you get a pass. You're
yeah, I think I can say I'm married to a China woman.
A China woman. Literally. It can't even actually be taken as a slur because it's not like she's Thai and you're just calling her a Chinaman. Like, she literally was born in China. The same way that Elon Musk is an African American.
Exactly. Yeah. Every time you say that, I love it. Yeah. I gotta. So it's capitalized, so I gotta allow it again?
Oh, God. All right. That's fine.
The Chinaman is not the issue here, Walter. First Chinese man asked to be called a Chinaman. Dude, it's so funny because, like, yeah, Chinaman, China woman.
Well, it's probably
I mean, if you could
it's
say
probably because
American
man's
man.
in there now. Like I'm not a.
It's probably because who?
It's probably it's actually probably because of the word man, not China at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't allow hate speech.
They prefer China X.
Yeah.
Chinex is actually what they
China
prefer.
adjacent biped.
Chinex, yeah, is what they prefer.
China X. Oh, dude, that hurts. All right, well, Bubby do. Oh.
I'm going to do nothing except flop around, flippity floppy. So, we'll see about the resistance in China, but I think that's one of those like even in a collectivist obedient society that like China is, it's still 9 meals to chaos.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean that's why the term is bread in circuses. Food and without food and entertainment, you'll lose everybody. But food, more importantly, even more so than entertainment.
I like it. I like it.
Ah.
Oh no!
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan.
Oh. Sorry, it took me a second.
Thank you.
Took me a second.
I'm gonna go ahead and not read it out loud for fear of getting banned from Twitch, but that was absolutely
getting
perfect.
added to the mod list. Oh, we have fun.
Which is also why we will be banned.
Why will be what?
Why will we will be
Oh,
banned?
yeah,
We're
exactly.
having fun.
Exactly.
We are straight white
Can't
males,
have any of that.
Christians. We're having fun.
Yeah, oof.
Not allowed.
It's like everything wrong in the world.
Right.
Oh, dear. Whoops.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Whew.
It is hot in this office. I need to I got that standalone AC unit. I need to get the thing rocking. It's like disconnected because I haven't used it since it's been cold. I'm gonna miss hoodies.
I'm a minute to tell you, I ended up getting the Google sensor for up here, and there's some other solutions we have to get in there to work
But hold on.
to make it work. But it's making it work. It's helping.
But okay, so someone else was telling me like, oh yeah, you just get one of those smart devices that measures the temperature, and the AC will click on. It's like, yeah, but then everyone outside of my office is gonna be freezing.
Yeah, and we actually talked about this before, and that was my initial thought. But what you can change is the vents.
The vents.
The vents. So
Just like open and closed.
So yeah, so basically like, oh nice, we're back in this. So downstairs, where it would get freezing cold, the vents are basically...
Rolling Bones, Ryan, thank you for dropping by, man.
Thanks, Ryan. If we don't talk to you again, good luck with the kid, and we'll look forward to seeing some pictures and hanging out with you again someday.
Be praying for you, bro.
Hopefully we'll see you in the fall, or whenever your parents force you to bring the kid to Charlotte so they can see him.
Yeah.
See her. Well, I look forward to
Zer.
Take care,
Zer.
Ryan.
When they see Zer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh my gosh, we are suddenly back on top. But yeah, take care, Ryan. So the vents downstairs are basically completely closed, and all the ones that are up here are completely open. So it ends up sort of evening things out where it gets blasted up here, so it cools faster, and then down there, less of that cool air gets in over time, so it cools slower.
Man, you know what? I didn't even think about trying to close the vents in the other rooms.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense.
Now,
Like, it's not like it's airtight. I mean, stuff gets through, right?
Right.
So
I accepted that as a pass.
you won't get a receipt.
Now, the only problem is...
And that doesn't, like, wreak havoc on your system? Like, it isn't, like, working its butt off to make sure there's air going? That's what I worry about. Like, if
as
it's
long as you
run
don't
up against all
close
these...
literally everything. I mean, I've got somewhere where it's open. So I don't think
Yeah,
the
like
pressure is-
primary living spaces, probably, right?
Yeah. Or like we have the problem where the room at the end of our hall is always the coldest. So that actually is presented like the one problem I'm still trying to figure out. We are winning, so we have to be careful. Is that room is always the coldest and it's always the hottest up here. So I really need 2 sensors, and I have looked into vents that are battery powered and can open and close based on a temperature sensor. Which is a little bit cheaper than zoning, basically. Which is the ultimate solution is you just get another zone.
I have an upstairs and a downstairs.
I mean, so do I, but I have a 3rd floor. And my 3rd floor does not have a 3rd zone. And that's the main problem. And also this 3rd zone has 2 computers mining 24/7. So,
Yeah.
So it gets a little bit ripe. A little bit toasty in here.
Yeah. Sorry, I just backed up. I
Okay,
just don't want to deal with it.
we win. So.
Okay.
Let me go back here too before we move to Andy. Pogging out because of the Florida bill and disturbed and honestly believe Democrats are groomers. Yeah, I think we're with you on that one.
Yeah. It's just like another. To me, it reminds me of a lot of the. I was listening to Dave's episode recently, Dave Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Part of the Problem podcast for our listeners.
Sure.
And he was making he played a clip where like Thomas Massey was trying to like introduce an amendment to a bill about domestic terrorism, and the amendment was around like, okay, but like none of this can be used for folks who expressed apprehension about getting a vaccination or did not get a vaccination, or just were against the past 2 years.
Right.
And like he's like, this is constitutionally redundant, but I have to do it.
And it's not even going to pass.
Yeah, and they're not even going to. Oh, this is not germane. This is not apropos to the bill. It's like, no, actually, like if I don't know, everyone has like goldfish memory, but like they were calling the parents that showed up about not wanting critical race theory in schools to be treated like domestic terrorists and put on lists.
Oh, that was such a good bump, and I was not ready for such a good bump, so I made it such a terrible shot. No one's there for that, but great block anyways.
Thank you.
I don't got it because I ran straight into the damn wall.
Oh shoot, that's an own goal. That's an
from
own
hell.
goal.
The pinch from hell.
Yeah. And so like with this Florida bill, it's like, first of all, there's never mention of like don't say gay. Like we know that. And I thought Dave's analysis on it was like so good, because he's like, they're not even saying don't teach this stuff. They're just saying it's too early to be teaching this to 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not even capitulating on we shouldn't teach this. It's just not then, not yet.
Yeah.
And that's what's so crazy about this is like, and the idea that you have to you have to pass a law to make sure that parents have rights about what their children are taught. It's like, I don't know. Part of me is like, I don't know, play status games, get status prizes. It's like they're going to public school.
Right.
So Andy says it's don't say straight unless you tell the parent. Yeah, it's not great, and I think. Tell me what you think about this, Rez. But I think so many of our so-called big issues, hot button topics, like all this stuff, is a function of like never before seen comfort, leisure, convenience, abundance.
Absolutely.
Like, it's like if we had real problems, this would not be what rose to the top. But because it's like everyone's like jonesing for conflict.
If you truly can't be sure where your meal will come from tomorrow, there's no gender studies degree.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, that was a good shot, and it's pretty straightforward. Like
champagne communist.
Yeah. And that will be part of what resets our society, is the difficulty we go through, and then so many people will. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh. You hate to see it.
Yeah. I'm not saying I would have made that save, but the bump didn't help. Oh no, roll one. Roll one. This guy has a very distracting skin. He's pulling out. Oh, zero respect. Zero respect. But I've never been so optimistic about the chance for a third-party candidate, to be honest with you. I know we're not going to win, but like I think it's going to be almost like a Trump-level wake-up call, to be honest with you.
I just hope it's Dave.
It's going to be Dave.
Because then again, I have.
How can it not be Dave?
I have no. I don't care about winning because we're not going to win. You can't save the federal government. The federal government is just about.
Oh no.
About a stage where where the entire country has to hear you in some capacity, so that when he gets up there and he doesn't win, but he gets to say like, the Democrats have screwed you all for these reasons, the Republicans have screwed you all for these reasons. It will resonate with people, and then when things continue to get worse, it will resonate even harder.
Yeah.
Take that.
I got it. Oh no. Oh no. All right. But I think he's so right in his analysis about the Ron Paul movement continued, but in a whole new era of communication. Like he doesn't even have, he doesn't have to make the debate stage. I mean, one reason Ron Paul had to run as a Republican is because he had to make the debate stage in order to have an impact.
Yeah, to even be heard, really, like by
to be heard.
Yeah. Now almost no one's going to be watching the debates. People are going to be watching. People are going to see presidential candidate Dave Smith on Joe Rogan. That's what people are going to see. And I think it'll be interesting to see if the the state has to capitulate a little bit and beg to try and get on a show like that, or try and create their own or something like.
Yeah.
Or what they're going to have to do, other than I still have this terrible inkling feeling that, they've already had they've already war gamed a cyber attack that shuts down the internet. That happened in July of last year.
What's this?
I forget what the name of the event was, but it was just like in 2019 where they had Event 201, which was what happens if the world was taken over by a pandemic, and then 8 months later, that's what we're dealing with. They did the same thing in July, but it was for what if a cyber attack shut down the country and the internet? So I would expect my fear is closer to the elections. What's going to happen is we will have, which is also why they have to keep this thing going with Ukraine and Russia, not just because as inflation destroys the economy and everything, they need a scapegoat. They've got to have something to blame.
Right.
but then they get to say that when everything gets shut down, oh, Russia did it. It was Russia. We have to go to war now. And the reason everything is terrible, the reason you can't communicate anymore was Russia. And now we need to control the internet. We have to be in control of it because of Russia. And all the shitcoins will collapse. And that'll be a reason to say, like, oh, see, we've got to regulate crypto. We got to ban all of them. We got to say that's why you can't use Bitcoin. People can't take Bitcoin anymore. So to be safe, we're going to lock down the internet, and here's your central bank digital currency. Enjoy, citizen. Yeah, enjoy, citizen. That is my fear. But, and I also feel like they are. Dave was talking about Biden recently, and he didn't feel like they were necessarily abandoning him. Nice shot. But I've been feeling like for 2 years they've been working up to getting him out, and that's why they're sort of picking up on the Hunter Biden stuff, and because he can't, like, they must know he can't make it 4 years, and that's also why I think the other reason I think they have to do the shut down the internet and control everything, because then they can also say, like, oh, now we're in a time of war, we can't have an election. It's also another possibility. I don't know how the left. Yeah. I don't know how else the left stays in power. Because in any sort of nearly fair election, they lose huge. So going by which seems to be kind of obvious to me, it's in their best interest to have a not fair election or no election at all. That's the only way for them to stay in power. So I think part of that is planning to get rid of Biden, and I think they'll have. Harris isn't really better, but
I'm behind you. Okay.
Sorry. I don't know. She's insane, but like doesn't have dementia. So
she's a psychopath, but
right. But that's better for them.
So Andy's got a few things here.
Yeah, sorry, Andy. I've been neglecting your posts.
I haven't read anything since Champagne. So even feminists use communist tactics. I'm still not Republican, but right now I picked the most right-leaning person to undo the left. Biden's going to lose money with Hunter's gas chair going away.
Gas chair?
I think chair of, was it Gazprom, the
yeah.
board seat, whatever he had?
No, that's a Burisma. Gazprom is Russia. That's the Russian company.
Oh, okay. Burisma, right. Thank you. And he said, "You kidding me? They won't stop telling us how amazing he is." I think referring to Biden. I've at least seen a change recently, relatively recently, compared to how they were like really committed to propping him up. And I think Rez is right.
and I think he's gonna go out. They'll pump enough meds into him for one more speech about how the country needs healing from racial issues, and it's been his fault that he's a white male who shouldn't be here, and that's why it's time for, just like now it's time for a black woman to be on the Supreme Court, it's time for a black woman to take over as president, or something like that. Because even though Kamala is ludicrously unpopular, she will do what they want. What the elites want, she will do.
Oh, I missed. Sorry. What a save.
So she can at least follow. that's why I think they'll go with her, because she will at least follow orders, because she has literally the mental capacity to follow orders, which I don't know that Joe Biden necessarily has. I don't know that he has the faculties left to just do what he's told. So that's an upgrade for them. I don't think they run her again in 2024. But I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it's past 11.
Oh wow! That I looked at the clock like a second ago. It's 10:30.
Yeah, we've been talking about a lot. This has been a good one, I think.
Yeah. So remember, inflation is transitory and good for you. Also, Trump did the good and transitory thing. What is the hubbub around Trump endorsing? Like, was it Dr. Oz or something? I don't know anything about Dr. Oz. Who is he?
I don't know either. He's some sort of doctor. People will call him probably like pseudoscience or alternative medicine type stuff, which I'm not necessarily like. That's not necessarily quackery to me. I don't know. I don't follow him that much.
Yeah, right.
But more, I think what I heard is he's just sort of like Republican light or something. Like he's not anything worth actually supporting, as far as I can tell. I don't know. I haven't. Trump doesn't interest me anymore. The best part about Trump was when he could tweet. And what's also be hilarious is if, to bring it all the way back to what we were talking about at the beginning with Elon Musk, like, if he takes a hostile takeover of Twitter and makes their free speech platform, there's like 8 platforms that are just instantly dead.
Yeah. Right. Talk about market share opportunity.
Yeah. Also, I wouldn't have blamed him, even though it would have probably caused like $1 billion FCC or SEC like violations or whatever. Like he bought all those shares, and then the share price went up 26%. If he'd have just sold it, I would have been like, perfect. Like,
yeah.
I don't blame you. You just made a cool, what, 750 million in a day. That's fine. I don't blame you. Good call.
Yeah, right.
Which is also it points out some of the lunacy, which I think he has realized and had to deal with, where for some reason, like, we shouldn't live in a world where, like, he can say something somewhere and it has such a dramatic effect on the stock price that he gets, like, investigated.
Yeah.
Like, he can't just he openly mused, like, what if Tesla went private? And that, like, sent shares, like, flying up, and it was, like, an investigation going. Like, he just mused about something, and that was, like...
Frankie Nipple ready. Good games. Big fans.
Thanks,
buddy.
Appreciate it so much.
Appreciate that, man.
Let's get in one more. Let's finish. I mean, we're going overtime.
Yeah.
Let's get ranked.
You're the wind beneath my wings, Frankie Nipple ready, Kobe pilot.
Thank you, Kobe pilot.
Let's get ranked and find out how low we are. Andy, thank you. Enjoy your mod.
Good to see you again. Hopefully we'll see you again next week, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Big changes hopefully coming soon. We're meeting to try and see how we're gonna revamp this channel. So we'll see. Oh, you're gonna be watching people make ghost guns while you make a ghost gun. Love it.
Sweet. I know guys live streaming it today.
Good luck. Arm yourself to the teeth, and see you soon, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm here. He's going to try to bump me.
He's going to successfully bump you.
Yeah. He zoned me enough.
Mm-hmm. That zone defense.
Yeah.
I miss it. I am neck deep in man-to-man defense for kids. And even though I love my daughters, I already miss just being like, all right, it's your turn to deal with this kid.
Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna go take a break.
Days,
you can, and now it's like, nope.
Oh, that was beautiful. What's that over a hammer and sickle? Like a banana? His avatar?
It doesn't look like a hammer. Oh, you're right, it is hammer. I don't know. I have no idea. But I went, and it did not work out for us.
I almost had this goal line saved. We gotta watch it. Oh, I was so close. Well, I've enjoyed soccer more than I have normally.
Well, we did win a few games.
That makes it more enjoyable. Once we get ranked, we'll probably hate it.
And I'm looking forward to trying to find some other games to play. Oh, come on. Was it? Oh, yeah, alright, cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you know what? Me too.
And even if it's just, what we're, for whoever's listening to us as we get together, and we're going to be getting together soon and trying to plan changes to the channel, we're thinking about splitting our time a little bit, doing some solo nights, playing some games that we want to play by ourselves, and having Rocket League nights, different sort of multiplayer nights. A lot of different ideas to throw around, but Rocket League will always happen in some fashion. But
Nice try. Nice try.
But I'm interested in finding something new, and I'm not sure. All I know is Twitch is not the place to advertise. Like we gotta get our following somewhere else. Like you don't. The idea that someone's gonna find you organically on Twitch is low. So when I initially was looking into advice on how to start a channel, it was like, your followers are gonna be people who come from Rocket League and the Rocket League channel and things like that. So make sure you play mostly Rocket League because that's what they're gonna be looking for. Nailed it. But that hasn't really turned into. I mean, we've got some followers, but it hasn't turned into a rabid fan base. And I appreciate everyone who's here. But
Oh, I just screwed myself.
so we're just we're looking to try some new things. Probably focus more on maybe a little more on culture. Oh, sorry. Culture, libertarianism. Where we're gonna outreach. I don't know. I'm just saying things out loud right now. I appreciate everyone who's here checking us out.
Spitballing here.
As I spitball, I watch this go from 4 viewers to 1, so that's how I know we nailed it. But it's fine. We're way over time anyways. And my voice is hoarse from speaking so much more than we normally do.
Oh wow! I'm so glad you got that touch. In general, is work going pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, I've been off for 3 weeks, and I start again next week. But
Oh, right, because the freaking paternity leave. Awesome.
because of the baby.
The baby.
But the company's still there, and I check out on Slack every once in a while. And it's been difficult for me to not work because I like my job so much, and I'm in the position of like I just basically started my career. Please finish. Can you finish? Can you finish?
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Like I just started my career really. And,
Yeah.
Like if you think back to like your first year of your career, you're probably like, this is awesome. Like, I'm getting into this.
Yeah,
I'm learning. I'm
I do.
growing. I have
Yeah.
nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
And so as we struggle sometimes with our financial issues or whatever because I waited so long to get my career going, like that's all I can think about sometimes is like I need to be getting there, getting skills, learning, moving up, and so that I can get more money, get better experience, maybe move on to a new job at some point, maybe work on my own at some point so that I can better support my family. But I
make that type of money. I make that type of money. You see that?
Yeah. It's not one of my most favorite Lonely Island songs, but I'm familiar with that one. I think YOLO is probably my favorite Lonely Island song. But so yeah, it's hard to. and if I'm on, nailed it. And if I'm honest with all the you that's watching, I have trouble being a parent sometimes because I don't resonate. I resonate on an intellectual level. I don't know if that's just being a dude or just my personality type, but it's hard sometimes to really connect with my kids. It's been easier with my second daughter now because she's getting to the point where I can speak with her a little bit intellectually. We can have conversations and I can understand her.
Yeah.
But the first year or two is really hard because it's just like, what is it that you want? I don't know. But I am screaming about it. Like, what am I supposed to do for you? I don't know what to do for you. I can't do anything. I don't have that nurturing thing because I'm a dude. Like, I just, that's not innate in me. You know, it's the
Nurture yourself.
Yeah, it's the blessing of a man and a woman coming together. Like, there's a reason that my wife can, when my daughter is screaming her brains out, she goes, "Aw," like, whereas I go, "Shut up!" Like in my head, I was like, "No, stop it!" Like, you know, like she becomes more sympathetic. I mean, she gets bothered by it, obviously, like anyone does eventually, but she's far more resilient to it than I am, and that's how we survived as a species. Because if something that grew in you and took your vitality and your nutrients for 9 months and made you fat and hormonal and angry, and then came out and all just screamed at you and was still dependent on you, was even more dependent on you for the next 2 or 3 years, if the person you came out of wasn't like, "It's okay, I love you," like, we wouldn't be here as a species. So fortunately, that's how we're designed.
Yeah, right.
And the women are amazing in that way. So
Yeah.
Anyways, we've gone way over. I am tired and I'm going to die.
You don't want to stick around and open all your crates on stream?
No, we'll save that for a lull in the future. Of which I'm sure there will be many lulls.
Yeah. Nice, man. Well, I really enjoyed it. Thanks for being here.
I'm glad to have come back to our stream.
Yeah. I didn't mean it like that, but I really did enjoy it.
Shout outs to Kobe, Frankie there, Andy, Ryan for hanging out, Nuke for hanging out, and everyone else and there's Adam, John Adam. Oh, John Alex, there it is. For following us. Appreciate you guys coming out. Hopefully we'll see you again. I'm here every Tuesday. Check us out on YouTube too for our content, which someday we'll get back to, hopefully, when we have more time in our lives and people will actually look at it. So,
there's plenty out there, though. I mean, it's not like you'd watch it all in one sitting.
Yeah, I'm waiting for one person who goes through at least half our content and was like, more, then I'll do it. I need one person who does that, and I'm in. I'm in. I just need one person to do that.
Yeah.
And I will absolutely give my all for it. But until that time, I gotta reprioritize my efforts. And also in the meantime, it is time for bed for us. So thank you again, everyone who came out. See you next Tuesday. Don't forget to love the game.
I hate the state.